Hello there! Today I'm going to talk about Bratislava, the capital city of Slovakia, and how you can travel here and around with a baby. Hi, I am Kim and I'm a Filipina living here in Europe, particularly in Slovakia, and I am sharing my life experiences and adventures living in this beautiful country. If you are new, welcome, and if you are a frequent watcher, thanks again for being here with me. In today's video, I am going to share with you how to go around Bratislava with a baby. I am going to share with you my experiences and tips about how to get here in Bratislava with a baby, how to travel around Bratislava with a baby, where are the best places to go for free with your baby, and where can you feed or change your baby. I have been living in Slovakia for more than 4 years now and around 2 years in Bratislava until we decided to buy a house in suburbs. And last year, I had a baby boy, so I am seeing this country in a different perspective, especially when I am traveling in Bratislava. And that is, how can I conveniently travel to Bratislava with my baby boy? Traveling now is so much different with our baby boy because there are so many things that we have to think and plan in advance. So I thought of making this video because I know that a lot of mommies like me can relate, especially those who love to travel with their babies. There are many ways you can travel to Bratislava depending on where you're coming from. The beauty of it is that it is so close to a lot of major European cities, so it's so easy and convenient to come here. You can come from Vienna, which is an hour bus trip from the city to Bratislava. You can come from Prague or Budapest taking a train. So it's very, very accessible. Just remember that if you are traveling with a bus, a rear-facing car seat might be required by the bus company if you are with your baby. So just keep that in mind. Train is so much easier for me because then you don't need to bring your car seat. Although you can still bring it if you prefer to. But if you don't want, then you can just carry your baby onto your lap. It's just a short trip anyway. Also, the good thing is that if you're taking a train and you're bringing your pram with you, then there's always a space for it. If you are flying to Bratislava, there's an international airport in the city. Although if you are flying international, most people, I would say, at least for my experience, I would do it that I will fly in Vienna and then I will take a bus trip to Bratislava. If you're looking for cheap flights, I highly recommend that you use SKYSCANNER. I always use it whenever I'm looking for flights anywhere around the world because they have the best options. They actually give you the best options where are the cheapest, the fastest, or whatever you prefer. So link will be in the description below if you would like to. And if you are coming by car, I highly recommend that you park in Nivy Mall because it's close to the center. And the first 3 hours of parking is for free during the weekdays and 5 hours for free during the weekends. And additional hour will just cost you around 3 euros. I suggest this spot for parking because it's very close to a lot of tourist spots that you would want to see in the old town. You can just really walk and pass through a lot of beautiful tourist spots already. So I highly recommend that you take this parking spot. Now, when you are in Bratislava already, getting around is very easy as well with your baby. The city is small and very walkable. Having a pram is ideal, and if you need to take a bus or a tram, there's always a space for it. Though, I think you probably would not need to take a bus or a tram because as I have said, the city is very walkable. Now, let us talk about the best places to see in Bratislava. I made a very simple one-day walking tour in Bratislava. There are so many things that you can see here, but it will take you more than one day to do it. So I've missed a lot of beautiful places as well. But if you have spare time, if you're spending more than one day here, then you can visit them as well. And I will be talking more of them later. So for now, let me walk you through this walking tour. So the start is going to be in Nivi Centrum, Nivi Mall. As I have mentioned, I highly recommend it because there you can park, and also in this mall there is a nice place where you can change and feed your baby. So before you can even start your walk, you can prep your baby there, you can change diapers, feed the baby, so you will have a very smooth walk, I hope. Plus, if you are already getting hungry and if you want to grab something to eat, there is a nice food court in there where there's a lot of choices of nice food, so you can feed yourself, and also you can also feed your baby there while you are already there if your baby is already starting solids. From Nivi Centrum, you would want to walk to your first stop, which is the Blue Church. As the name says, the church is very blue and very beautiful, but the actual name of this church is actually Saint Elizabeth. Even if you're not religious or not a Catholic, you can still visit the church because it's really, really beautiful. The actual architecture is really nice, and I think you will enjoy it. Mass is still ongoing during the weekend, so if you're into it, you can attend it, feel free. Next, head over to Old Town, where you will pass first the Pre-Martial Palace, which is very picturesque. It is a very pink courtyard inside, and there are hall of mirrors there that still concerts are being held. From here, you can head over to Old Town already, where it's so easy to spend your one day here admiring all beautiful buildings, cafes, and a lot of things. Though it is a rather small Old Town compared to other European cities, but I really like the Old Town in Bratislava. I think it's very quaint and very relaxing to roam. It's not so stressful that there's a lot of tourists everywhere. And when you're there, do not forget to take a picture with Chumil. It's so hard to miss that guy, so don't forget that. From the Old Town, you can go to the next stop, which is the Michael's Gate. It is a 51 meters high tower that you can actually climb. Although with a baby in a pram, it will be quite challenging. But if you are carrying a baby carrier with you, then give it a go. I highly recommend because the view is really nice. Pay attention under the tower where you will see a 0 kilometer showing distances of major cities around the world. And now your next stop will be St. Martin's Cathedral, which is one of the oldest in Bratislava. Lots of royals actually were crowned inside the cathedral, including Queen Maria Theresa. So it is actually known as the country's coronation house. Next, head over to Namestie Viesdoslavovo. This is always a tongue twister for me. Namestie Viesdoslavovo. I will spell it in the video just to make sure that I got it correct. And I know that by now you are probably already tired from walking, so you can have a quick rest in here, maybe get some ice cream while you are watching the people pass you by. From here, you can see the Slovak National Theater, which is another building that I really admire. When you had your fill and your energy is back, you can now head over to the famous Bratislava Castle. Although with the pram, it might be quite difficult because the way to the castle is a bit steep and sometimes there are stairs. But if you have a baby carrier, then you're good to go. Now, when you finish Bratislava Castle and you still have energy left, and if you still fancy to walk, then you can head over to Sadianka Krala. It is one of the most beautiful park in Bratislava, I would say. And from Bratislava Castle, you can just walk towards the Most SNP, the bridge, where you can actually see as well the famous UFO of Slovakia. Sadianka Krala is one of the most oldest municipal parks in Europe, and it is very big and beautiful. You will see a lot of massive trees in there and bushes, and I think you will be amazed when you go to this park. Beside the park is a mall called Our Park. So if you fancy some indoor walking, this one will do the trick. Plus, you can find some places to eat here as well and do a little bit of shopping if you feel like to. Now, let us talk about the places where you can conveniently feed or nurse your baby, or if you need to change diapers or clothes. I would say that most of the restaurants in Bratislava would offer a high chair. So if your baby is already eating solids, this will not be a problem. In my opinion, I would say that in general, the restaurants in Bratislava does not offer changing places for babies, but if you ask the staff, they will always, most of the time, I would say, accommodate you. So do not be afraid to ask if you have to. Now, I already said in the beginning that I really like Nivi Centrum when it comes to feeding or nursing my baby, as well as changing the diapers and clothes, because the area is really private. So you can even close the door if you're feeding, so nobody will disturb you. And if your baby is a little bit fussy while feeding, it will really help that you are alone in the room. So I really like this place. Just remember that the door is locked by default. You have to ring the bell and then somebody will open it for you. Another place that I really find convenient as well when it comes to changing diapers, clothes, or nursing my baby is in IKEA Bratislava. Although, I would not presume that you will find yourself in IKEA Bratislava if you are here only to see the tourist spot. But maybe if you're shopping and you find it there, IKEA Bratislava might be useful as well, because they have a really nice place for changing baby diapers and clothes as well. And if you need to nurse or feed your baby, at the very far back of the restaurant, there's also a dedicated place for that. So it's covered and you will have your own privacy. Although, since it is part of the restaurant, it can be a bit noisy for the baby. So if you're trying to put the baby to sleep, it will be a bit challenging. And if your baby is already walking or crawling and you want a little bit of a free time for yourself, or just unload yourself from all the tiredness that you had from walking, then you can put your baby in the small playground. They have it there at the very far back as well of the restaurant. So that is all the tip that I got for you if you are traveling in Bratislava with a baby. I hope that this guide helps your adventure in this lovely city of Bratislava a smooth and memorable one. Thanks for watching this video, and after this, do not forget to watch my adventure in Slovak paradise and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye!